Hello, hi. I welcome you all in my new video. Hope you all are doing good. So this video we will be taking up the topic globalization, another important topic from class 11th CBSE and ISE board point of view. So let's start the video, but before I get into the meaning and concept of this topic, here is just, if you like my video, please do share and subscribe it by clicking on the bell icon. If any suggestions are there, please do comment. If you want me to bring any changes, any sort of things you want me to bring in this video, please do comment and do add your opinions in this. Remember, I Study Commerce is a channel for you guys only. So let's start video with the meaning globalization. As you can see here, it is termed as increase. It is termed as increase in economic integration among nations. Another, it is all about flow of ideas, capital, commodities and people. And the third point here, it implies removal of the barriers to international trade so as to allow free flow of goods and services between countries. So all the three sub points over here indicating towards when you integrating one's economy, one's nation economy with the world economy, in simple terms is called globalization. When India's economy gets integrated with the world economy, that is a case of globalization. Remember, this is the third part in the sense already two videos have been uploaded on liberalization and privatization, and the third one is globalization. These three, LPG is very important from economic history point of view. 1991 is the year when this LPG had been adopted in India as a new economic reforms. This has brought a lot change, a drastic and positive change in India's economy. So globalization meaning, if I talk about when India's economy gets integrated with the world economy, that means when we start, India's goods are being sold in the international market. That means in foreign countries when our goods are sold, or when we purchase from another country, right? So this is an example of an international trade. This international trade has become possible because of this globalization. Now we'll see the effects of globalization. As you can see here, total 5 effects are there. We'll be going into one by one in each of these. Like the first is increase in flow of goods. Alright, so here we'll see what is over there. Increase in flow of goods. Then second is increase in the international flow of capital. First is your flow of goods between countries, then international flow of capital, transfer of technology, increased interdependence between countries, and increase in cross-culture contacts. So you just go listen to the examples. I'll quoting few examples over here. Like as you can see here, the increased flow of goods between countries. This flow of goods between countries, that means when it becomes easy to sell goods to another country. Rice or basmati rice produced in India, right, we started exporting it to USA. That is increased flow of goods between countries. Because of globalization, our products can be marketed and advertised, and it can be sold in the international market. The word I'm using here, international market, remember market means where two parties are meeting. Who are these two parties? Buyer and seller. So any form of transactions where two parties are involved, buyer and seller, it becomes a market. Be it a vegetable market, cloth market or share market, in all the market, these two elements are common, buyer and seller. Then you see here international flow of capital. So I'll give you an example here. What is the international flow of capital? See, the movement of money from Britain to the United States and other nations between the year 1870 and 1940. It is an example of international capital flows. Money movement from Britain to the USA. That is a international flow of capital. Then you see the third is transfer of technology. So example you can understand from here. it can be found across virtually every scientific and industrial area, right? From pharmaceutical means relating to medicines and all, medical devices to alternative energy solutions, robotics, agriculture, environmental improvement, and etc. These are the examples of transfer of technology. Transfer of technology means we are talking about exclusively related to the scientific areas and industrial areas. Scientific areas or industrial areas, it includes examples of like pharmaceuticals, medical devices, or alternative energy solutions, right? As we have seen now, we in India we are seeing CNG gas autos are running, then electric vehicles, electric bikes are there. These are the alternative sources of energy. How it becomes possible? Because of the transfer of technology. We have somehow adopted this idea from other Western countries, right? So this is a transfer of technology. We have understood, we have gone through the entire process, how it become possible, how we can produce such a bike like an electrical bike, where the cost should be reasonable enough to manage in the middle class families budget. It should inculcate, it should involve in the budget, and it must save the energy also. Just an example. Now if you see the increased interdependence between countries. Now interdependence takes place with other nations that have industries not found in the home nation. For example, I'll give you an example. Say for or America. America is very famous for its auto industries, automobile and their car industries and all. For that, America is very famous place. Now, as it developed this car and all, right? So it became reliant upon Southeast Asian nations. Southeast Asian nations, we're talking about our side, like India, China, Myanmar, and all these areas, right? I'm quoting those. So America became reliant upon Southeast Asian nations to provide rubber to make tires for car. Now these South Asian nations gives rubber to the America. From there, America makes tire for the car. So rubber was no big. Why they are dependent on Southeast Asian nations? Reason: rubber is produced in Southeast Asian nation, not in America. Therefore, this is a very typical example of increased interdependence between countries. That means interdependence takes place with other nations that have industries not found in the home nation. They have the industries, like America has auto industries, but they do not have the required material which is need to be used in the manufacturing of car. Like rubber is not produced in America. Rubber they get from Southeast Asian nations. All right. Then the last is increase in cross cultural contacts. I hope you have heard this term, that foreign exchange student. It's a concept used in America and other countries. In fact, I believe now India also started using such concept. When a foreign exchange student visits their host country, like example I give you, like when Native Americans in North America, when they met with the Europeans for the first time, right? It happens that foreign exchange student visits happens. Even in India also, if I'm not wrong, that DPS also provides such chances and such opportunities, where Netherlands students comes to India to learn our culture, language and all, and they come for the short period of time, maybe 6 months, 3 months, or 10 days. Like this program goes only for few span of time. So this is an example of increase in cross cultural contact. This way, those people who are living in Netherlands and other places, they get to know the cultures of India, our cuisines, our language. So this is an example of cross cultural contacts. Now, okay, till here we have understood now what its effect on Indian industries. So if you see here, effects can be understood in two perspectives: positive effect and negative effect. So if you go by the positive effect, you will see here inflow of multinational corporations, emergence of IT and BPO, then availability of advanced technology, then employment to skilled manpower. So first we will focus on the what are the positive effects on Indian industries. Because of globalization, what happened, many MNCs started coming in India. MNCs means multinational corporations. Now what is a MNC? How will you define this MNC? So it is a company. MNC is any company that has its facilities, plants and other assets in a country other than its home country or the country that it is incorporated in. That means MNC is such a company where their branches are also in another country. Say for any country who is originated in India, but their branches, their regional branches are in other parts of world also. Like maybe they are selling, they have a branch in Bhutan, they may have a branch in Bangladesh, right, or in any other country. So it becomes a it becomes a MNCs. When it becomes a MNCs, when it has its facility, plants and assets and other assets in a country other than its home country. Home country means the country from where it is originated. If a company is originated in India, it becomes an Indian company. But the same Indian company selling its product in another parts of the world, across the world, through its different branches, then it becomes a MNC. So this way, because of globalization, many MNC companies started coming in India. Some examples you can get like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, this software. Then there's a Starbucks. I hope you have all heard. And so many international companies and MNC companies have started coming in India. And many products we are using day by day. And a day by day routine, you might be using so many MNCs branded product. Then there is an emergence of IT and BPO sector. So BPO is something that is called business process outsourcing. So what these BPO companies do, say BPO jobs are such type of jobs. These are the jobs in a company that provide outsourcing service to a business. They provide outsourcing service. I'll give you an example. Suppose a company sales department, they hire an IT firm, information technology firm, to help their employees with potential computer issues. Some computer issues is there. So the sales department has appointed or hire an IT firm. So this IT firm is an example of BPO. That means some IT company has given their services to that sales department of any company to solve their computer issue. So that is an example of BPO sectors or BPO jobs. Then availability of advanced technology. Because of globalization, we get to know in contact with other countries, and we have the opportunity to learn the new technologies, advanced technologies which other countries are working with. Then employment to skilled manpower. Because of globalization, it becomes easy, or it becomes convenient to give training, right, to give training, to make manpower, to make the human resource more skilled and up to date. Now if I talk about the negative, what are the negative sides? So you will see here competition from foreign companies. First becomes the competition from foreign companies, then loss of jobs in some areas and takeovers of domestic companies. So competition from foreign companies up now. Because of globalization, many foreign companies started selling their products in India. So sometimes it becomes very competitive for us. That means they to compete with the high quality product and their low cost of production, it becomes a challenge for Indian companies. Maybe we are producing the same product but with high cost, okay, to match up with the quality. So it's a challenge for Indian companies. Loss of jobs in the sense we started incorporating advanced technologies, machineries, due to which many manual jobs has been replaced with the machinery. So that results in loss of jobs. Then takeover of domestic companies, you see, because of this FDI. FDI means foreign direct investment. There is a categories in that where foreign companies can purchase some shares of the Indian companies. So this happens. Because of this, many Indian companies are turning into foreign companies because their main shares are being taken over by foreign companies. So this way our domestic companies are being taken over by the foreign companies. So this is the effect on Indian industries. So till here we have understood globalization, its meaning, that integrating India's economy with the world economy. Then we have discussed about the effects, what are the effects, then its effects on Indian industries. If you like my video, if you understood this, please do like and subscribe it, and do share my videos. Any suggestions are always welcome. Thank you for watching.